The sea folded like a shroud before tearing open. Out of that tear rose a battleship black as lacquered stone, traced with violet fire. The name Hei glowed faint on the bow, though the glow seemed carved into the world itself rather than painted on metal. Waves recoiled, not from weight but from presence. The night bent inward. The ship had not sailed, she had been summoned. Her hull was a shrine in motion. Lines of neon ran along plates like veins of amethyst trapped in ore. Turrets rotated with ceremony, each movement slower than seconds, older than memory. Gun barrels carried a low, constant resonance, the note of a bell struck deep within water. Around her, the sea turned violet, reflecting not the sky but some other sky, an archive of storms waiting to be opened. The paint was alive. What seemed like camouflage burned faintly with shifting sigils, crest and script trading places with each heartbeat of the vessel. At her funnels, smoke drifted upward and shattered into petals of violet flame, dissolving in the wind. The bridge pulsed with a cold, glassy light, each pane of armor showing shadows that did not match the figures who cast them. Crew figures manifested across the decks. Not men, but silhouettes woven from uniform and afterimage, moving in solemn procession. Their eyes burned as lanterns sealed in glass. Each motion echoed like ritual. A sailor swabbed steel that immediately reflected constellations. Another wound a rope that tied itself into knots of prayer. In the mess, a teacup steamed with an incense smoke that smelled of salt and ancient stone. The captain stood against the bridge window, a woman-shaped flame rendered in static. Her hand rested on the helm though she never touched it. The guns awoke. First as whispers then as command. Their muzzles flared not orange but violet-white, arcs of energy that tore new constellations into the sky. Shells left the barrels as shards of temple bells, ringing across the horizon. They did not land. They became echoes. And the echoes displaced water, lifted spray, and sculpted waves into walls that stood still and trembling. Phantom fleets answered. Destroyers built of shadow, cruisers no wider than thought. They flickered into being, burned, and sank all in the same instant. Torpedoes glided out in lines of light, their wakes twisting into scripts across the sea's surface. Some read names. Some read dates. Some were illegible, their meanings too large for language. The sea tore further. Below the keel, darkness arranged itself into corridors. The ship entered them, though above she remained still. Each corridor was lit by floating lanterns that carried voices, each lantern murmuring the same vow: guard, endure, repeat. The corridors ended in walls of mirror water, and in each reflection Hei appeared burning, shattered, rebuilt. She walked every version of herself at once. Above the sky cracked. Clouds flattened into luminous lattice. Lightning did not strike but scrolled, long lines of purple text unraveling across horizon to horizon. Rain fell as glass beads, each one ringing against the deck with a single kanji, glowing briefly then vanishing into steel. Some crew bent to read. Some saluted. None spoke. The captain raised her head. Her eyes carried no pupils, only circuits. She did not need to speak. The ship itself was her voice. Guns elevated to fire at nothing, and yet the sea bowed as though receiving command. A bell tolled from nowhere, low and immense. The bell's note passed through cloud and ocean alike, leaving both trembling but unbroken. Then the horizon inverted. Sea above, sky below, both held in suspension. Hei stood balanced between them, black hull etched with violet radiance. Her crew saluted, their shadows saluted after, and the salute extended into eternity. Reflections in the bridge glass showed not the present, but wars yet to come. Battles between fleets not yet designed, cities not yet drowned, empires not yet born. The ship bore witness. When the sea returned, the violet glow dimmed but did not vanish. The crew faded into their own shadows. The captain dissolved into light that lingered a second too long before silence closed. Alone the ship drifted. Alone but awake. Her wake carried luminous runes into the dark. None could read them. But all who saw felt the same truth. Hei was no longer bound to war alone. She had become shrine, witness, memory. And she would wait for silence to arrive again wearing another name.